I don't usually tell this story all at once. Not because I'm afraid of it, and not because I doubt myself anymore, but because when you say it out loud, people tend to latch onto the wrong parts. They hear no contact with mother-in-law and immediately jump to conclusions. They imagine a dramatic, impulsive decision. They imagine a controlling wife, a son choosing sides, a family torn apart over something small and petty. What they don't imagine is years of quiet erosion, years of swallowing discomfort, years of trying to be kind to someone who seemed committed to misunderstanding me, years of being polite, patient, respectful, and hopeful until there was nothing left of me to give. I was 21 when I met my husband Dan. I'm 25 now and it feels like a lifetime ago. From the very beginning, I could tell his mother didn't like me. There was no dramatic confrontation, no obvious insult I could point to and say, that's where it started. It was subtler than that. Colder. She would look through me instead of at me. She would respond to my questions with one-word answers if she responded at all. Sometimes she wouldn't acknowledge me in the room unless Dan prompted her. I remember the first time it happened, how small it made me feel, and then immediately scolding myself for being dramatic. I told myself I was imagining it. I told myself she just needed time, so I tried harder. I asked about her life. I complimented her home. I laughed at her jokes, even when they weren't funny. I remembered details about her interests and brought them up later, hoping it would show her I cared. I wanted her to like me. I wanted to be close to her. I didn't need her to be my best friend. I just wanted warmth, respect, something human. But every interaction felt like pulling teeth. Over time, I started to notice patterns. The way she would suddenly light up when Dan entered the room, only to go flat again when she realized I was there too. The way she would talk about me instead of to me. The way she seemed to treat my presence as something to tolerate rather than welcome. It hurt, but I kept telling myself that relationships take time. That not everyone is immediately affectionate. That maybe she was just protective of her son. Looking back now, I think that's exactly what it was, but not in a healthy way. A few months into our relationship, the testing started. That's the only way I know how to describe it. Little comments slipped into conversations, always framed as harmless observations, always just deniable enough that calling them out would make me seem sensitive. Well, you're a lot better than so-and-so, she'd say casually, referring to one of Dan's exes. Or, I really miss his ex. She was just so sweet. So fun to be around. She would say these things while smiling, like she was doing me a favor. Like she was offering a compliment. Meanwhile, my stomach would twist into knots. I didn't want to react. I didn't want to make things awkward. I didn't want to be that girlfriend, the one who causes tension between a son and his mother. Dan noticed though. He always noticed. Eventually, he called her out. He told her it wasn't okay to talk about his exes like that, especially in front of me. I remember the room going quiet. I remember the way her face hardened. And then she did something that would become painfully familiar over the years. She played the victim. She left the room without a word and sat alone, visibly sulking. When Dan went to check on her, she cried. Told him she must be a terrible mother. Told him she couldn't say anything right anymore. Made it about her pain, her feelings, her victimhood. Not once did she apologize. Not once did she acknowledge how her words affected me. That pattern never changed. I want to be very clear about something here. My husband has always had my back, from day one. He defended me, corrected her, and stood up for our relationship. But he also came from a family where emotional manipulation was normalized. Guilt was currency, silence was punishment, compliance was expected. He had spent his whole life learning how to keep the peace, how to smooth things over, how to absorb discomfort so others didn't have to. This situation was new for both of us. And I gave him grace, not because he failed me, but because I understood how hard it is to unlearn a lifetime of conditioning. When we got engaged, things escalated. Dan had told his family weeks in advance that he was going to propose. They knew it was coming. They knew it was happening soon. My family, on the other hand, knew someday was coming, but not when. So when Dan proposed and we called our families to share the news, my family reacted the way families do when they're genuinely happy for you. They scrambled together a small last-minute celebration, snacks, champagne, a few cards and gifts. Nothing extravagant. Just love. We stayed there for about an hour before heading to Dan's parents' house. When we arrived, his mother walked straight past us. No smile, no hug, no congratulations. Dan had to prompt her to acknowledge us. When she finally did, it was flat, dismissive. A different family member ran up, genuinely excited, and congratulated us enthusiastically. Only then did his mom mutter, "Oh yeah, congrats." The rest of the evening was surreal. Instead of asking about the proposal, or how I felt, or what we were excited about, she spent the night showing me photos of another woman's wedding, gushing about how beautiful that bride was, how perfect the day was, how stunning everything looked. I sat there, newly engaged, smiling politely while my heart sank. Days later, we found out she was angry. Not at Dan, at my family. Angry that they'd had a small celebration without her. Angry that they hadn't invited her, despite the fact that they didn't have her contact information, and hadn't even known the proposal was happening until it already had. His family had weeks to do something. They chose not to. From there, things only got worse. She talked badly about me behind my back, made passive-aggressive comments, ignored me entirely at times. We tried counseling. We tried direct conversations. We sat down face to face and asked what we could do to build a healthier relationship. Every single time she deflected, blamed me, blamed us, took no responsibility. And every single time she walked away angrier than before. When we got married, she spoke badly about me on my own wedding day. I wish that sentence shocked people more than it does. By the time I got pregnant, I was already emotionally exhausted. And yet, somehow, her attitude shifted, not toward me, but toward what I represented, a grandchild, her grandchild. Suddenly she was excited. Not because I was becoming a mother, but because she was becoming a grandmother. She wasn't involved in my pregnancy. She didn't check in. She didn't ask how I was doing. She didn't offer help. Weeks would go by without a word. Then, as my due date approached, she started sending what she called her daily check-ins. She would ask how I was feeling, and when I answered honestly, she wouldn't respond. It felt transactional, like she was ticking a box. Before delivery, we made our wishes clear. No visitors. If that changed, we will let people know. My family respected it immediately. His side pushed back. When I went into labor, we texted our families to let them know we were heading to the hospital. His mother asked if she could come, not to support me, but to support him. He told her no, multiple times. 2 hours later, she texted him saying she was in the waiting room. I still remember the disbelief, the way my chest tightened, the way my body was already in pain, already vulnerable, already overwhelmed, and suddenly I felt invaded. Dan handled it. He told her to leave. I gave birth to our baby without her there. While I was 3 days postpartum, she spoke badly about us to anyone who would listen. When we got home, Dan called her. He told her she had crossed a serious boundary. She cried, made excuses, tried to make him feel guilty. When I calmly tried to explain how hurt we were, she exploded. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Something broke in me. I handed the phone back to my husband and collapsed. I had just given birth. My body was healing. My hormones were crashing. And I realized, with absolute clarity, that I could not do this anymore. We went no contact. Our baby is now 10 months old. And for the first time in years, we feel peace, real peace. Not the kind you get from avoiding conflict, but the kind that comes from protecting yourself. So no, I don't think I'm the asshole. I think I'm a woman who finally chose herself.